I got you.
All right, creatures of the night. Welcome to episode 190 of Talking Taker, the encyclopedic exploration digging up the career of the greatest professional wrestling character of all time, The Undertaker. My name is Alex Doriot. I want to thank you for joining us for yet another round of Dead Man Talking. And I am joined, as always, by my tag team partner, wrestling buddy, my fellow creature of the night. He is my fellow graduate of the SCU class of 316, Mr. Travis White. And Travis, it's not just you and I tonight. Oh no. You know what my watch is telling me, Travis?
What?
I said, you know what my watch is telling me?
What?
It's telling me it's time to bring in our boys from the Bottom Line Wrestling Cast, Mike and JV, for yet another watch along. Mike, JV, how are you guys doing tonight?
Doing all right. Thanks, guys. Thanks for having us back.
Yeah.
And on your second return episode, too. Already. We're already back with you guys.
Well,
Yeah,
you know,
back from the dead again.
You guys, we always say it. You've been our brother podcast from the beginning, from this whole journey, and timing has worked out great because you guys just covered the final pay-per-view match between Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Undertaker on the Bottom Line Wrestling Cast just a couple weeks ago when this episode will be coming out. And so it just worked out. We were going to do the watch along maybe on your show, but then we brought our show back for these monthly episodes. So Mike, you said, well, let's just do it on y'all's show. And I said, yeah, that works for us. So that's what we're going to be covering tonight. If you didn't see it already in your podcast feed, it's going to be Backlash 2002, Stone Cold versus The Undertaker, Ric Flair as the special guest referee, the final match in this incredible storied journey, this history between Stone Cold and The Undertaker. Man, it's crazy that we're getting to the end of it.
Yeah, a long ride for sure. And you sent us notes earlier in the day to take a look at what we're gonna cover on here with all the Austin Undertaker matches. And wow, man, they're Taker Austin for nearly 5 years, constant. There's little breaks here and there, but they go at it back and forth over the years from 1996 all the way up to the end in 2002. And it'll be fun to talk about those things in a few minutes.
And these are just televised matches. Think of all
that's just pay-per-view. Yeah.
House shows.
I didn't even count all the house shows and TV matches and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, I think we all think, Austin and Rock, that's Austin's, biggest rival and biggest legacy, or Austin McMahon, obviously.
Right.
But when you add in tag team matches, singles matches, multi-man matches, Undertaker and Austin, it's an incredible legacy. No. So many more than you realize.
And what was it again that was the highest rated match on Raw in Raw history?
Yeah, well, we did that on the show a few months ago. It was episode 171 of Talking Taker from it was June 28th, 1999, I believe. Undertaker and Austin, the highest rated match in cable TV history.
So I think Nitro went off the air at like 10:57 or something, so everybody switched over to Raw. It doesn't matter. Yeah, but still, the highest rated match is them two. So yeah, there you go.
I had this in my facts and figures for later in the episode, but I'll just say it now since you brought it up. That episode of Raw, or that segment of Raw, the main event, Austin Undertaker for the title, got a 9.5 rating and 10.7 million viewers watching it at that one time.
9.5.
For comparison,
a month now.
No, Raw last week got a 1.4. It was the lowest rated Raw ever in 30 years. So
that low now? Jeez.
Yeah, 1.4 versus a 9.5 that Austin Undertaker did. So that's it's a different time now, but still that's incredible.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Well, like I said, we're going to get into that match. We're also, before we get there, we're just kind of, since this will be the end of this Austin Undertaker journey. We thought we'd go through their legacy a little bit with just some thoughts on their many different matches against each other. But since we're doing these monthly episodes now, Travis and I, we want to check in with just any sort of news about the Undertaker, anything that's been going on in his career, and just news in the wrestling business as well. So just a couple things before we get into the Austin Taker stuff. This will be old news by the time this episode comes out, but earlier today we all learned that WWE Hall of Famer Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff passed away, and he's not a guy that really had much interaction at all with either Austin or Taker in their in-ring careers. But we always like to mention this, and we don't like to mention it, but we feel like we should mention it and pay respects. And I always liked Mr. Wonderful. Thought he was just a great heel, obviously involved in the first WrestleMania and all that sort of stuff. And only 71, so too young to go away. Sad story.
Yeah, rest in peace, Mr. Wonderful. What a great heel, man. Like, you just, nothing else to be said about it.
Yeah, and he had that great feud, that house show feud with Hulk Hogan in '86. Then into '87. So big time heel for early WWF.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, huge credit
for a guy this in this day and age. His physique and everything. He was all about looking the part and real professional.
Yep, sad to see him go. Like we said, didn't have much interaction with either of the guys that we cover, but still pay our respects to him and his family. And then a couple quick mentions of The Undertaker that have come up in the past few weeks. Travis, I know you had a chance to watch the Mick Foley on the Broken Skull sessions with The Undertaker, and obviously a lot of Taker talk came up on that episode. They have so much history together. Anything in particular in those moments in that conversation that jumped out to you?
I don't think there was anything new that, we hadn't heard before, but it was just neat. Just, again, we always joke about how every single Broken Skull session somehow comes back to Taker, except for, like, maybe Sasha and Bailey. But other than that, every guy on there, somehow their career comes back to talking Taker on there. And, he admitted, like, Foley was just there to be in a program with Taker for a minute, just to get him through 96 basically. And then that was it. But then it made him a star, like his interactions. He talks about how he came in and Taker was like, no, I'm losing to you at this first match. Like, that was Taker's call. So that was kind of neat to hear, I guess that was kind of newsworthy. Like, he's like, I know I'm losing to you. So that was pretty cool. That definitely put Foley on the map, because, again, Vince saw nothing in him, made him cover his face and everything, said it was going to be JR's problem when he failed and stuff. So, Taker definitely went above and beyond to help Foley get over. So, I guess that was pretty newsworthy.
Yeah, Taker had great foresight to know that if this guy beats me now, then we can keep riding this.
Exactly.
For a while.
That's what Foley says. He said, I beat Undertaker twice right when I came in, and then I never beat him again. But we had so many matches together, it didn't matter. That those two wins, just right off the bat, that made the Mankind character, put him on the map, and he didn't have to win anymore after that. It did.
Yep.
That was great. Definitely all of those Broken Skull sessions, well worth checking out. Great interview with Foley. We won't give too much more of it away, so you guys can go enjoy it if you haven't watched it yet. And then, Travis, I know we both saw this, but why don't you tell us this little tidbit that AJ Styles gave? I don't know who he was doing the interview with, but he told a fun fact that we had not heard before about the aftermath of the Boneyard match with Taker.
Yeah, I don't remember who it was with, but I was reading it on Wrestling Inc., but he talks about,
it was on a bunch of news sites.
Exactly what he envisioned, and, he says that he reached out to Michelle McCool afterward. He wanted to get Taker a retirement gift. And he's like, what can I, what do you get somebody who has everything? Like, what do you get him? And she suggested, he would love the gloves that you wore in that match. And so he said that he sent it to Taker. And then actually Michelle hooked him up, and Taker actually sent his gloves with a very nice thank you letter, he said, which meant the world to him. And AJ says he has them sitting on his table in his office at his house. So that's pretty special.
That's
pretty special.
That's awesome. That's classy.
Yeah. That's pretty sweet.
That's the stuff you like to hear about.
Yeah.
I'm so glad we're getting to hear how the Undertaker really is now, too.
Yeah. Yeah.
And how respected he is by everybody. I mean, we knew that to some extent, but now he's actually talking about it and sharing stories. It's great.
Well, you never hear like Taker was an asshole. This guy was a scumbag. Like, you know how everyone kind of has like a dark story.
You never hear that.
Shawn Michaels, all these guys, Triple H, they have, you know, everyone's got really something negative to say about them. Really, we haven't heard anything about Taker.
Mm-mm.
Not from anyone that really matters. I mean, I'm sure there might be someone backstage that hates him.
So
can't have a nice day every day. Everyone has a bad day. Someone called Taker on a bad day.
Probably, maybe Muhammad Hassan doesn't like him, or somebody like that. Somebody,
Paige Vanson.
Mr. Kennedy.
King Kong Bundy didn't like him.
Oh, don't get me started on King Kong Bundy.
But yeah, that was fun to hear. It's great to hear about this. I would never think Undertaker would be a guy that would care about that sort of stuff, but it's cool that he appreciates that and likes those sort of gifts.
Because we mentioned it back with Edge and him at WrestleMania 24, how that happened, you know. And
they traded gear.
But we haven't heard about that since. You know, I think maybe the Hell in a Cell at WrestleMania 28, was it? They all had that picture together and all that jazz, but those guys are all icons. But, you know, this is him and AJ, and it's pretty cool, like his retirement match. And, again, AJ thinks so highly, it's sitting right there on his office, so it's pretty cool. And, again, he wrote him a letter, like that's thanking him for his last match and all. That's pretty sweet, dude. Pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Well, that's the month in Undertaker news that we have so far. Like I said, we're recording this a little bit before the day will come out, so there might be some more stuff. But we'll try to catch you up on anything Taker related as we do these monthly episodes. But let's get into the meat and the bones, the reason why Mike and JV are joining us here tonight. The Undertaker Stone Cold epic rivalry. I mean, I crunched the numbers, and I think you guys mentioned it on your last episode, but for both of these guys, for Stone Cold and The Undertaker, they are each other's most frequent pay-per-view opponent in their entire careers. If you count singles matches, tag matches, fatal four-ways, all that sort of stuff, Undertaker and Austin faced off 15 times on pay-per-view. And Undertaker faced Kane 14 times. So that's what you need to know. Nobody else was close in that range. But their first TV match was June 24th, 1996 on an episode of Raw. So very early on. I guess that's right after Austin 316, right?
It's the night after.
The night after.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a pretty fun fact. But then not on pay-per-view, they don't face off with each other. Of course, Austin's rising up throughout 96. They are first involved in that 1997 Royal Rumble that Austin steals. He gets eliminated and, of course, comes back in behind the referee's back. And Undertaker is one of the guys that he eliminates, along with Vader and Bret Hart. And that sets up the infamous Final Four match with Undertaker, Stone Cold, Bret Hart, and Vader.
So
definitely one of me Travis's all-time favorites.
Yeah, one of my favorites too.
There was not a dull moment. There was action the entire time. Nobody slept on the outside while the other three did stuff. There was movement and action the entire time.
Yeah, Vader really stood out in that match too.
Yeah. That's his best incredible WWE match.
Absolutely.
He was the perfect wrinkle to this.
Yep.
Like just boop, let's put Vader in here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that's when he gets
perfect.
Gets bloodied.
That's when he gets bloody too. Oh man. Yeah, I love that. Of course, I didn't put this in the notes, but they both have a huge night at WrestleMania 13. That's the turning point in Stone Cold's career with the match with Bret Hart. And on the same night, Undertaker wins the world title in the main event. So they're both on the rise at WrestleMania 13, and they have that first singles match on pay-per-view at Cold Day in Hell in Your House, where Undertaker defeats Austin. And not a super memorable match. That's one where the Hart Foundation keeps getting involved and interfering and all that sort of stuff.
Brian Pillman rings the bell.
Yeah.
Causes the distraction.
Doesn't he knock Bret Hart off the wheelchair?
Yeah, right at the at the end of the match. Yeah, after the match is over, he clotheslines out of
Feel a little
his
guilty
wheelchair.
watching that. Just knock the guy out of a wheelchair. That's Stone Cold.
But it's a big moment for Stone Cold. I think that's his first pay-per-view main event. Yeah, first title shot. Well, first singles match.
Yeah, main event. Yep.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. He's got that with Undertaker. And then they're going to go their different ways through 97, obviously go on different paths and do different things throughout that. But
yeah, Austin gets injured.
Well, he's got that too. Yeah, all the Heart Foundation stuff. Undertaker's going to go on with Shawn Michaels. But then 1998, man, they are going to be locked in throughout most of the year, pretty much every pay-per-view. Starting with Over the Edge 98, it's Austin versus Dude Love, but Undertaker is the enforcer out there. He's keeping things in line. So they kind of got like this uneasy partnership. King of the Ring 98, the next month, is when Austin and Kane are in the First Blood match, and Undertaker is the one who makes Austin bleed behind the referee's back, hits him with a chair, and costs him the title.
By accident.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Collusion is the word of the summer. Cahoots. Fully Loaded 98, Austin and Taker win the tag titles.
I don't remember anything that happened that night except for the one thing that happened.
You don't remember two things that happened?
I remember two things that happened that night.
Two things.
Hell in a Cell.
No.
We're talking Fully Loaded.
I'm not Fully Loaded.
Hands.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's the only thing I remember from that night.
Jerry Lawler hopping on his
eyes jumped out of his forehead.
Like a cartoon character. Yeah.
Roger Rabbit.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Of course, that's all leading up the Highway to Hell, SummerSlam 98. Without a question, I think their most famous match, Austin defeating Undertaker in that one. What's just everybody's memories, favorite moments of that whole summer of 98 between Austin and Taker?
I like the revealing of Undertaker being dressed as Kane, and then a couple weeks later, Kane does the same thing with Undertaker's gear, and then you have the whole the hearse thing, where Austin beats up Kane, tosses him in the hearse, but then realizes that Undertaker's the driver. Mm-hmm. And that's the go-home show to SummerSlam.
Yeah.
And that's basically what reveals that they were in cahoots all along. So that's one of the memorable things from that time.
Yeah, that whole build is just memorable in the way that everybody interacted and just double-crossed each other and everything. It was fun. It was good writing. And we talked about as much crap as you give Russo for some of the stuff not making sense, the stuff that was focused like that was really, really good and compelling, and it made you want to tune in every week to see which turn and which twist was going to happen. It was a lot of fun, and
the payoff was
great. Yeah, exactly.
The payoff was great. The crowds were so hot.
Golly,
you had 1 million signs in the crowd. Everybody was into it. It was just the peak time to be a wrestling fan.
That was so well built too, because it was May to June to July, and then finally to SummerSlam.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
these things constantly happening, like Austin losing the title at King of the Ring, then winning it back the next day.
Yep.
And then Vince McMahon coming out and saying that these guys are in cahoots and he's gonna prove it, and no one believes it though. And it's just well written.
Yeah,
it is. You got all those different people playing parts. You got McMahon, you got the Stooges, you got Paul Bearer, Kane. Everybody plays an important role in it. Mankind is a part of it too in so many ways.
Right. Even the New Age Outlaws are involved in this.
Yeah, New Age Outlaws, DX, everybody.
Yep.
And it continues on. The fallout continues on. Breakdown 98 is Undertaker and Kane, where they both pin Austin at the same time.
Yeah.
And then the title gets upheld. Judgment Day 98.
If I'm not mistaken. Is that right?
What's that?
Was it held in abeyance? Is that what they said?
Yeah, I think
that's right.
Yep. Word of the day.
And then right after that, that's when Austin came out with the Zamboni.
Yeah, but
attacked McMahon the next day.
That's my favorite.
Breakdown.
My favorite. Yes.
And then McMahon's mad at Undertaker and Kane for not beating up Austin. So then he says, "All right, nobody's the champion. I'm going to keep this title." And then it basically gets held up until November, right? Yeah.
McMahon flicks off Undertaker and Kane. They beat him up. He's in the hospital the next week, which is where Mr. Sacco comes out.
Yeah. See, it's so many things are born in this. Yeah, it's so good.
Headband McMahon.
I'll take it from here, nurse.
On that Austin Broken Skull and him and Foley were talking about, they were in like the little janitor closet, like cracking up at because Vince is in the other room filming all that part, and Foley talks about showing Austin Sacco and stuff, and he's like, it's gonna get over. Like it was funny to hear him. Austin saw it coming that was gonna get over. Anyway.
That's cool.
So, Austin's the ref for Taker and Kane's match at Judgment Day 98. Austin gets fired. He brings the gun the next night on Raw. All of that sort of stuff's going on. They have the big tournament, Survivor Series. They have a really fun match on a UK pay-per-view in late 98. Capital Carnage, Steve Austin. We did do that one.
We did that one, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Vinny Jones.
Defeated... Vinny Jones was... Gerald Briscoe pulled the red card. Yeah. That's Austin, Undertaker, Kane, and Mankind. And then we also did the Buried Alive match from the Rock Bottom in Your House, where Austin defeated Undertaker. Not one of the best.
Oh my God! Yeah.
Freaking
didn't even get 1 star from Dave Meltzer. 0.75 stars.
They're on another UK pay-per-view, Triple Threat, with Austin defeating Undertaker and Triple H. That I don't remember that at all, but it happened.
We did cover it.
I don't remember either.
We did cover it. I don't remember anything about it. And then Over the Edge 99, obviously memorable for the Owen Hart tragedy, but the show did go on, and Undertaker defeated Austin and won the title that night.
With a roll-up.
Yeah,
one with a roll-up because Shane pushed Vince into Austin, then Austin fell over.
Yep.
And they get the title change.
Yeah, I don't even remember that either. That leads to the highest-rated Raw match, where Austin wins the title back a couple weeks later. And then I do remember this one for sure. It's Fully Loaded 99, the end of an era, supposedly, match with Austin defeating Undertaker. First Blood, where everybody bleeds everywhere every week leading up to the show.
That's
and
right.
even before the match, everyone is busted open already before the match even starts.
Yeah, it should be called the 100th blood match.
It really should have. But a good match. I think I remember liking that one.
Yeah, this was the time when Austin was the CEO.
Yes.
And you get those great CEO segments with Austin.
Oh, yeah. Titan Towers.
Just wearing the tie over the shirt. Briefcase full of beer. Yep.
Yeah.
They don't have much interaction on pay-per-view until Austin goes away at the end of 99. He's gone for most of the year 2000. That's right. He got run over by the quiche.
The people.
He did it for
that leads into another very famous match that both Taker and Austin are in, is the Armageddon Hell in a Cell with Rikishi, Triple H, Rock, and Kurt Angle wins that one.
Another match we did together.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we did. Not a memorable Undertaker Austin match just for them, but definitely a memorable match that they were both a part of. One of the most famous matches of that time, I'd say.
Yeah.
It's never been done again.
They have never done that again. That's pretty shocking. And then they're going to be intertwined for a lot of 2001. They're both in the Royal Rumble that Austin wins. Taker is there in the final 6, but gets tossed out. And then Backlash 01 is the big one. You got Austin, Triple H, the 2-man power trip. They defeat Taker and Kane for the tag titles. And then Undertaker defeats Austin at Judgment Day right after that. So they're the focus of TV for 2 months right there. Yep. All right.
I
thought you guys cut out.
You want us to jump in?
Whacked out for a second.
There was nothing good there, so.
It's nothing good. It wasn't the best.
I could add though, Triple H gets injured shortly after that.
And that changes the whole booking creative for that rest of that year.
Right.
There's a lot of Deborah.
Yeah.
A lot of Deborah stuff. Yeah.
What?
A lot of Sarah stuff.
More Kurt Angle.
What?
Kurt Angle growth.
Yeah, Kurt Angle definitely broke out at that time.
They are both involved in the 2 major matches of the Invasion, so they're on Team WWF for the first inaugural Brawl match, and that's where Austin turns and joins the Alliance. And then they are on opposite sides for Survivor Series 01, where Undertaker gets eliminated pretty early.
Yeah.
But Austin, he takes the final pinfall from The Rock and loses for the Alliance team.
Because one other good thing that happened during that year, around Judgment Day, was all the segments where Undertaker took over Austin's locker room.
Those were great.
That was a great segment. And
he steals his beer.
Yeah, steals the beer. He spits tobacco on Deborah's shirt.
Yeah. Those were fun. I forgot about those.
Oh yeah, I mean there are countless promos and backstage segments and all that sort of stuff we could go through as well. Yeah. They always had, we've said it many times. They basically have a better chemistry outside of the ring than they do in the ring, unfortunately, for all these times that they've had matches together.
Their TV matches were always way more fun than their pay-per-view matches, and I don't know why that is. Maybe just the urgency of it, not having to kill 25 minutes, instead getting it done in 10. But I always enjoyed their TV matches a lot better than their pay-per-view matches. Because think about it, too. Both guys take themselves on the run. You can't really beat him down and get sympathy on him. Austin's not the type of babyface that's going to lay there and flip-flop and fly around and get beat on and get a hope spot. He's not a traditional babyface. So neither one of them, even if they're a heel or a baby, is not really in that sympathetic, babyface type character, So maybe that's it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I think that makes a lot of sense.
I think you explained it very well.
So the last two interactions is they're both in the 02 Royal Rumble, although they're totally separate parts of the Rumble, so they don't have any interaction in that match, but they are both technically in it. And then that takes us to tonight, Backlash 2002, Undertaker versus Austin for the number one contender in the match after Backlash, as it is said over and over and
Not
over
Judgment
again.
Day.
Nope. The match after Backlash.
I'm going to face you in the match after Backlash.
So stupid.
Is that the dark match when the camera stopped rolling? What does that mean?
Yeah. Right after Backlash, immediately after Backlash?
There are no matches in between this pay-per-view and the next? I mean, what does that mean? Yeah. The match after Backlash. That's all he kept saying. So it's so funny.
Well, Mike and JV, you guys just covered it on the show. So why don't you give us a quick recap of why this match is taking place? What's the storyline going into it the best that you can? And if JV, if you want to fill us in with your Ric Flair impression as you describe the match, I would greatly appreciate that.
JV busted out that impression the past couple of weeks.
I felt bad after I did it. I'm like, that's wrong.
But yeah, basically what's going on at this point is you got the brand split, and Austin held out after WrestleMania, took some time off, about 3 weeks, and came back and decided he's going to be on Raw.
Not happy.
Right, not happy. Ric Flair is in control of Raw. McMahon's in control of SmackDown. McMahon has decided that Hulk Hogan is going to go for the championship against Triple H at the pay-per-view, even though it was supposed to be The Undertaker. So Undertaker's upset. Austin's upset, too, because he wants a title shot. So Ric Flair makes a little tournament and has Undertaker take on RVD, and Austin takes on Scott Hall. Both of them win their matches, and now they're set to have this match at Backlash for the number one contendership for the match.
An unofficial number one contenders tournament.
Yeah.
And it's a bit confusing. Like Flair's trying to explain this whole tournament thing, and he doesn't really explain it right. And they have to come back later in the night and go back to Flair and be like, "No, what are the rules of this tournament?"
Right? Yeah. Austin's like,
just win your match.
He won. He's the number one contender. What happens if I win? Austin's like, well, you're gonna face each other. That's what's gonna happen. And the winner will go for the championship. The match after
addressing it. They didn't need to address it at all.
Yeah,
it didn't.
It's implied. Fans know, right? We got a tournament going on.
We get
it. Start talking about it. It's like maybe we don't.
Right. It's not the first time that they've done that on Raw.
Yeah,
they've done that numerous times where they have two matches.
Yeah,
that'll be the number one contender match.
And the funny thing was this whole thing was built up assuming it was going to be Taker and Triple H. They have some interaction, and then we talked about it on our episode covering that match. Is that Alex made a point that Hulkamania was just running wild again, dude, and so they just had to pivot. I mean, you got to. Yep. So for business, and so they did, and so that's why we wind up here with Austin and Taker. Do not believe this was plan number one, but probably better for them that it happened this way. And we get our last Austin Taker match. Who knew if we would have got this if Hogan hadn't come back? So
yeah,
that's true, because Undertaker wouldn't have went right to Triple H.
Yeah.
Now I wonder if that changes things going forward too, because we're gonna have Undertaker beat Hulk Hogan for the championship. I wonder if
it's his payback.
No,
he
gets the
payback
Austin
instead.
Mm.
But I wonder if that would have halted everything with the Undertaker, and he wouldn't have got this next reign that he did, because you think they would take it off of Triple H so quickly to give it to Taker?
I don't know.
No, I don't think
so. Because they were building up Triple H from January up to that point to be a long-term champ.
Oh, yeah.
But hey, Hulk Hogan comes back and plans change, brother.
Dude,
right.
This whole summer of 2002 with or spring into summer with the brand split and the NWO and Hogan, Austin walking out, Lesnar coming in, Rock coming back. There's so much chaos going on. Yeah, I think every week they're rewriting the show. Oh yeah, not to mention that.
Yeah.
Get the F out.
Yeah. Losing $1 billion on the XFL collapsing the year before, whatever. All that sort of stuff.
Oh, the times they were changing.
They were, but one constant is Austin and the Undertaker. So
that's right.
We are going to ask everybody to queue up the Peacock app to season 4, episode 1 of Backlash.
It's called the Peacock Network. It's so stupid.
I hate it. We've
gone from the WWE Network to a bird. Just think about it. It's so dumb.
Who in marketing thought that was a good idea?
I know.
Calling networks the Peacock. Really?
The Peacock.
Really? We got to take the F out of WWE? It's not why they did it, but joke.
Gosh, if they'd been on Peacock in like 2002, there would have been so many dirty jokes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Vince loves cocks. All right. So I think we all we said 1 hour 33 and 12 seconds is where we were going to pick this up. So that is going to be right when Undertaker is making his entrance. Of course, we don't have the chapter breaks anymore like we used to on the old network, but you can just find 133.12. If you are a cheapskate like me and you still have commercials on your app, you're probably going to have to sit through a few of those. So go ahead and take a minute.
I'm a cheapskate too.
All right,
I'm a cheapskate too.
I couldn't take it anymore after that Mick Foley Broken Skull session. I texted Alex halfway through. I said, I can't take it anymore. I had to go ahead and up the ante.
They got you.
They got
affecting my mental health. It's going to affect our marriage next.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. So I had to go.
$5 fix to the marriage. No commercials on WWE.
Yeah, $5. That's it. I had to do it too. So I get a free through Xfinity, and then you do the $5 upgrade. No commercials. So
that's not bad.
Well, there's 60-second commercials too. But all right, I could rant about that for probably 20 minutes.
All right. So like we said, 1 hour, 33 minutes, 12 seconds is what you're looking for. I've got a big shot of just a wide shot of the arena. Is that what y'all have?
Yeah, facing the ring and the Tron.
Yep.
All right. Good deal. So we're going to watch this match. It's a long one for sure. It's one of their longest matches. So we got plenty to talk about, plenty to run through here. Travis, why don't you give us...
This is not the main event, though, because there's an hour and 14 minutes left in the show. It's not that
long.
Oh,
it's not the main event. Did I say that?
No. I'm just...
Oh, okay.
For those watching at home.
Right. It's not an hour. It's not an hour and 14 minutes.
It's an Iron Man match.
It does kind of feel like it.
It does.
Oh, goodness.
It really does.
Yeah. All right. I'll give us a countdown, the 3, 2, 1 play, and we'll go on play. All right, everybody. And 3, 2, 1, play. Oh, is this rolling?
All right.
Is it his music
Keep
we
rolling.
got? Oh yeah, there
I got
he
a
is.
progressive ad.
Oh
no! I'm just kidding.
You got me.
Fred Durst, a playable character in SmackDown versus Raw game, or I guess it would have been.
That's right. That's right.
You know what else you wouldn't hear on TV? Yeah, there you go.
That sounds good.
That's not okay.
Who is the ad wizard that came up with that one?
Can we listen to that on the Peacock?
Forcible entry on the cock.
Right. Of the cock.
Yeah. Hey, there's a Japanese sign for dead man right behind him.
Oh, that's cool.
I wonder if he has that tattoo.
I'm gonna get that tattoo, I think.
That guy might be from
Look at Flair
from New Japan.
Flair's like 30 years old here, man.
Look at Flair's
he
shoes.
looks so young in comparison.
Are those Jordans?
No, those are his wrestling boots, but he looks like Red
he's got
Shoes, the ref from New Japan.
That's right.
Yeah, the red boots.
Yeah, Flair.
I think the next time he does some reffing, he wears black sneakers. Sorry.
That's probably better.
All right, so what music's Austin got here is classic, back to the old classic.
I think he's the Disturbed.
I think he's back to the classic.
Right? Oh, is
this
he?
This is classic right
Yep.
here.
Okay.
They finally got rid of that crap music.
Yeah.
Although we use it at the end of every episode.
I like
it.
I
like the
like
Disturbed
it.
one.
Yeah, the Disturbed
I'm talking about
the Alliance
one.
one.
The Alliance one is
yeah, it's crap.
Taker's dyed his hair a fresh coat of black.
But, I get why he did it. He's trying to be a heel. He doesn't want everybody, to have that pop when he hears his music. So, you make it something crappy that people get annoyed by. But it sucks.
It worked.
It did work.
So on his vest, it's BMF. Is that his favorite Soundgarden album? Bad Motorfinger, you think?
Yeah.
If you say so.
I think it might be something else.
I know. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
That's going to be on the next Broken Skull. Actually, it's my favorite Soundgarden album.
Yeah, little nugget nobody knows.
Yeah. Charles like, I called it.
Yeah, I knew it.
So, of course, the story, you got the tension between Ric Flair and Austin Undertaker, and I think that's the reason why this match is so different than so many of their previous matches. They're not starting brawling out in the aisle. They're not going all out. It's building more of that story with the referee in the middle, so it's going to be a much slower burn here to kick off this match than normal for these guys.
Yeah, and it's weird, too, because Flair is a babyface GM, but he's like slowly turning heel-ish, kind of, like over the next few weeks. And him and Austin were supposed to go into a program together. And then, because Austin backstage literally wasn't happy with his booking, basically. These two guys facing off.
Legendary.
Yeah.
Two BMFs.
Yeah.
Yes.
Two bad motor fingers, man.
Two bad motor fingers. Two bamps.
I couldn't resist. But yeah, every other match, like you said, Alex, they usually just jump the gun and are at each other, but now we're going for a side headlock to start the match.
That's just weird for Undertaker in general.
Yeah.
He's not a chain wrestler, so to speak.
Yeah.
He does have a biker chain, but
you don't see a lot of,
what?
Also, you don't see a lot of refs reffing with their hands on their hips like Flair was.
That's going to be something we talk about throughout this. Is Ric Flair is not the best special referee that we've ever seen.
No.
He's not Ken Shamrock.
He is not.
He's very awkward.
This guy, he's been wrestling for 30 years up to this point. You'd think he'd know how to referee a match.
Right, all those times that he's had matches with Tommy Young. One of the better referees.
I was going to say, how many Tommy Young matches? Yeah.
He clearly does not respect the job of a referee.
Obviously not.
This is all you got to do.
He's just gonna count
Goes
3
around the ring.
Yeah.
He's chilling like he's next.
Yeah. He's like
grappling next.
Can't wait to get in there.
Let's go.
Where Austin, he's been referee a number of times. He's usually pretty good at it.
He's great.
Yeah.
He's pretty entertaining at it.
Did we ever cover a Undertaker special referee match?
I don't think he's ever done that.
I don't think he's ever done it.
He's the enforcer.
That was it, right?
Yeah, the
Right.
outside enforcer.
Yeah.
That'd just be weird to see him in that role with the zebra stripes on.
Yeah.
It just wouldn't look right.
Look like Beetlejuice or something.
Just got the whole suit.
The dead man.
I think Flair just was. Oh, did his watch just tell him
His
something?
watch just told him something. Do
some push-ups.
Big Papa Pump.
So cocky.
Wow. Austin's so good.
I think they're like, oh, we got 30 minutes to kill.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about this on our
Gotta do a little
episode.
stalling here.
We talked about how something must have gone short earlier in the night or something, because there is a lot of time for this match.
And they
Someone
take
get
their
hurt
sweet time.
earlier on this card or anything?
I don't recall, but it could have been something like that.
Oh,
Look at
Oh. Number
sign
one.
language.
What do you guys have for a timestamp?
so yeah, Flair's got history
Uh-oh.
with both.
I
these
have-
I'm
guys.
at
139, 140.
140.
140 on the clock.
Austin's wanting to go for a
he's the
140.
test of
best.
strength.
140.
best moment right here.
All right.
Test of strength.
All right.
I had to switch
Taker's
from my
going for
computer
it.
to
Go
the
for
TV.
it.
So I got thrown off.
Oh, crowd love that. We're at one.
Test of strength to the middle finger.
The crowd's loving it though.
Taker can't believe it. Like, I can't believe I fell for that.
Yeah,
Now they lock
exactly.
back up again.
Ooh, got a
Ric
real
Flair's
high
just
for
chilling
that.
in the corner.
Arm drag,
God, sorry, my dog's
drop toe hold.
He's waiting
barking
to
on
get
the door.
tagged in. Just go stand on the outside and hold the tag rope.
Stone Cold with an arm bar.
Yeah, he
That's a rare move out of his arsenal.
took that from Chris Jericho. The arm
Yeah,
bar.
Jericho.
Arm bar. Arm bar.
Yeah. Going for a key.
So this
lock.
is Austin's third to last pay-per-view match, right? He's
Yeah,
got one
so you
more
got-
against
Got the UK
Big Show and
pay-per-view.
Flair.
Right, Insurrection.
Oh, UK pay-per-view.
Yep.
Okay.
UK pay-per-view.
Forgot about that one.
And then Judgment Day.
Who's he faced on that one?
Big Show.
Big Show.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was right after Big Show turned on him in that tag team match. Went to the NWO.
Yeah, he just turned.
Yep.
Just turned. Well, on the Bottom Line cast, he just
Yeah, in episode 120,
Right, yep.
which we're set to release this week, but it would have been out for a couple weeks already. That's what we're talking about on 120. And then from there,
So
So yeah,
was it King
Austin
of the
doing
Ring?
a little arm work.
King of the Ring, he has a match with Flair.
and then
And that's it.
Mm-hmm.
no, he's gone. He's gone
Yeah.
before King of the Ring, right?
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Yeah, because he
makes-
walks out for the qualifying match with
Yeah.
with
Yeah,
Brock.
he leaves.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, it's just Judgment Day
Oh,
then. And
yeah.
he has the match with Flair at Judgment Day. Some kind of, I think it's a tag match. Or...
It's Flair and Big Show, I think.
Look how he
Yeah.
counts.
Flair and Big Show
Yeah, I
against
know.
Austin.
Yeah, it's
Like, dude, where's the?
There's
Over the
So
top.
slow, too.
Yeah. He's not very theatrical with his ref stuff. If for being as
No.
theatrical as he is and over the top as a wrestler and a performer, as a ref, he's just very subdued.
yeah.
You'd expect to be like, woo, one.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
just something like, woo, two.
Yeah.
Ric Flair is great at being Ric Flair.
Yes.
Like when you ask him to be a referee or be a GM and have to like communicate storyline and things like that. Like he's trying to communicate this match has this stipulation. He can't do it.
He can't do it.
He can't do it when he's having to talk about other people. Just when he's Ric Flair cutting a promo against the guy that he's facing, that's what Ric Flair is good at.
I don't blame Taker for getting Flair's face there. That count was bad.
But he is doing his part. He is intentionally doing these slow counts, deliberate counts for both men to piss them both off, too.
True.
And it also sets up, like, well, whose side is he on? Is he really against Austin? Because he's doing the same thing to Taker.
Yeah, look at those counts.
I know, it's really pathetic.
Like, if I got in a ring and I was able to rent, I ain't count like that.
Oh, perfect 10 landing.
Wow, that is slow.
Perfect 10 landing. Oh, Austin fell for it.
Oh, he baited him.
Yep.
Taker baited him.
Got him.
Well played.
And I believe
Travis, I don't see take. Oh, there it is. His little belt loop.
Yep.
His little chain on his belt.
Yep. Hogan fears Mr. Tan, that sign says. I beg to differ.
Who's Mr. Tan?
I beg to differ.
Hogan is Mr. Tan.
Yeah, Hogan is Mr. Tan. Yeah. A lot of red and yellow in the crowd, man. I told you, dude.
Hulkamania.
Hogan's so over. It's crazy.
They got those shirts out quick.
Yeah.
I was ready for it.
We talked about
probably just took them out of storage. They're like, remember these from
1993?
Yeah. I was a huge Hogan guy.
Triple H, Hollywood Hulk Hogan, man.
That's it? Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a sign, right?
Over to the Spanish table. Oof.
Flair almost in the
nice
way
action.
Of the spot there.
Probably one of the better spots of this match outside the ring, yeah.
These guys are
Tightens
just...
up the
also has to adjust there.
Oh, boot to the side of the head.
Wow.
That was
stiff, yeah.
Beautiful.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's beautiful, too.
Yeah, seriously.
You have to be watching along, guys.
Yeah. Get out of the way, kid.
What is Austin doing?
He's puking.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just holding his head over there.
Just got the taste knocked out of his mouth from that boot.
That guy looks like a French fry in the crowd right there. It's
like a
red box, yellow hair.
A McDonald's French fry.
Yeah.
His shirt's like the container and he's popping out of it.
Thank
like
you.
a fry.
Yeah. Fry guy.
Fry guy.
Travis, you're ridiculous.
You just made a super fan.
Fry guy.
Oh, they're supposed to be doing that Vlad the Superfan one on the Peacock Network.
Oh. Just saw somebody's disposable camera in the crowd.
Yes.
See a few of those.
Yeah.
Did you say the Vlad documentary's on Peacock?
It will be. It will be. It will be. Yeah.
Yeah. When is that supposed to come out?
I don't know.
A lot of stuff getting delayed.
Yeah, I know.
Delayed.
Luger.
Yeah, by the time
Broken
this
Skull
comes
Sessions.
Out, yeah, we should have the Nash one. I'm sure they'll talk about Taker, but we're recording this before it comes out. But
it's weird.
I think they delayed Nash too.
Yeah, they did.
It'll be after
the Nash
Money
Broken
in the Bank.
Skull. Yeah, it was supposed to come out on Sunday night.
You said who else? Luger?
Luger one too. Yeah.
They're supposed to have that Luger documentary.
Icons one. Yeah. All right, they're spilling over into the whatever timekeeper area.
I mean, that's something.
Started the match.
Yeah. Right. I'm gonna say that's something that these guys kind of started. As far as the WWE is concerned, these were some of the original guys to do this brawling through the crowd, like a signature main event type spot in these matches.
But wasn't it a big deal when Taker landed an elbow drop or a leg drop on Austin to the outside?
Yeah.
That SummerSlam 98 match.
That's SummerSlam 98, yeah.
Huge, huge moment. It was.
Yep.
It was a leg drop or an elbow drop, right?
Off the table.
That was a leg drop.
Leg
drop. From the top to the table to the outside. Yeah.
Look how shiny those mats are.
I know. I was about to say the same thing.
Super.
Ain't nobody.
Looks like a basketball court.
Yeah.
Looks like tile.
Yeah. And then we made a note of that in our episode that he hit him on his own bike. That's weird.
Anything goes.
Apparently, anything goes with Flair. And then here comes the NWO.
Now, this is one of the silliest things that happened in this match.
X-Pac with the cane match is the worst. It's terrible. He looks like a little kid going trick-or-treating. Give him a bucket of candy.
You know
Look how big that mask is on his head.
And how small his T-shirt is.
Last week on Raw, Lince Dorado wore a cane mask, which was kind of funny. That's what he looks like, a little luchador.
Oh, he wore a real cane mask?
It was his own mask, but it was with the black and red stripes like Kane. Yeah, it was
that's cool.
That is what he looks like, a little luchador.
But this X-Pac, he got his shirt from my boy Stevie Richards' closet, apparently.
Yeah, BWO.
Got the little half shirt. Oh, Stevie.
Yeah, neither one of these guys are feuding with the NWO. I guess they're kind of feuding with Flair a little bit, but yeah, they just walk out in this match and do nothing.
Well, we talked about on our episode
giant waste of time.
Potentially their monitor was broken backstage, so they could.
Oh yeah, they just wanted a better view of everything.
Yeah, they just couldn't see it. So
yeah, it's crazy. Like, it's only been 2 months since the NWO came back, and it was such a big deal. Built that whole pay-per-view around them. They're hugely involved in WrestleMania, and now they're nothing. Like, Scott Hall looks like crap. X-Pac looks like crap. Hogan's already left.
Right. You see Hall right there. He looks so dumpy. But then if he took his shirt off, he looks great.
Yeah. He looks like,
so weird.
Like the alcoholic dad at a Little League game. Like, just here to watch.
I'm not doing anything.
Yeah, not doing anything. Come on, swing.
You warned me last time not to say anything.
Yeah.
I'm just watching my kid this time. Not calling balls and strikes from the side.
But Flair's like, get out of here. Call the cops.
Austin's selling pretty good.
His ex-wife's there.
On the other side.
Ooh.
I love that.
Jeez.
Leg drop.
That's great.
Always good. Always a great spot.
Yeah, 25 years of doing that will lead you to a hip replacement.
Hanging out.
Yeah, that's definitely what caused it.
You think
you don't realize like how much damage that does until you
I
start
know.
hearing from these wrestlers.
That's crazy. I mean, Austin is selling that like he got shot in the back with buckshot or something. You think that Scott Hall thinks that's Kane?
Probably.
He's so under the influence. He's
like, I knew I was taller than Kane. Told you guys.
There you go.
Yo.
Hey, Glenn, your monitor's broken too?
This match just kind of grinds to a halt right now. Taker works the leg and kills some more time.
Yeah, he's got like not even a figure four. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, Taker learning one submission was enough. Then Taker started turning into like a Gracie.
Yeah, it's a UFC fighter, man.
Like, dude, just pick people up and slam them. It works. It works for you.
It works.
You're a monster.
There we go. Got the ropes.
You know what happened?
Flair.
I think Scott Hall forgot what his spot was, so they just stood there.
Why do they not do anything? They don't do a run-in at all. They're just there.
It's like a video game when it glitches. It's like, wait.
What's happening?
Right.
They're not there anymore.
There we go. Austin with the comeback. Oh, Taker cuts him off. There you go. Myrtle Beach. What?
Myrtle Beach. Myrtle Beach town.
I was thinking. I was thinking about this match earlier, and that spot where Taker throws Austin in the motorcycle. Out of all the vehicles that Austin drove throughout his career, he never drove a motorcycle at any point, did he?
Mm-mm.
Out to the ring.
Drove that ATV.
Yeah, maybe he doesn't. Is he a motorcycle? I know he's like an old muscle car enthusiast.
Well, he's not a Zamboni driver in his spare time, but he is able to do that.
He's probably afraid of motorcycles. That's why he has to go on a four-wheeler.
Or a monster truck.
Feels safe on the four-wheeler.
Yeah, I figured he'd be a motorcycle guy.
Taker's just.
Yeah, I'm surprised he never stole Taker's bike and drove it around. But
Yeah.
that didn't work real well for Hulk Hogan. So
yeah, he'll drag you.
You think
this
like
is just an awful spot right now.
That's terrible.
killing time.
This is a terrible run of like 3-4 minutes of match time right now.
yeah, it feels like they are waiting for Hall and X-Pac to do something.
Right.
They're like stalling.
Is that D.
You're right.
Snyder in the front row? Yeah,
Could be.
Twisted right behind the WWF Attitude guy.
I actually just watched
I
him on
see it.
Family Feud,
Yeah, I
like,
see
last week.
Oh yeah,
Really?
It's like White Snake
Yeah.
out there.
Did he win?
His team won. They beat some like
All right.
I don't know who the other family was. They were like some TikTok stars.
Brett Michaels or something.
No.
No, I liked on y'all's episode where you said X-Pac should have just started whizzing on the bike or something.
Yeah, that's right.
That would have made a
Yeah.
lot more sense, like they did back in the DX days.
Right.
Mhm.
Or somebody at least just sit on the bike.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't touch
Yeah,
it.
get his attention.
Yeah, who are they here to like mess with? I don't understand.
They just wanted better seats, I guess.
And
Is
you
it-
know,
It's distracting the crowd too.
right?
Right.
Exactly.
They
They're
keep
waiting
kicking-
for something
right.
to happen.
Yeah, they keep looking like, hey, when are they gonna do something? And then nothing happens.
They're out there the whole match too, all the way to the end, and then they leave. It's like,
Does Xbox still have the mask on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole time.
Probably because he's wrecked. They're like, yeah, put this on.
yeah.
Ooh, that was a good.
They
call.
didn't have
Get
any-
used to Scott Hall looking like the way Scott Hall looks. You need to put a mask on.
Actually, yeah, Scott Hall had a match earlier in this night, I believe.
Faced
Against
Bradshaw, maybe?
Yeah, Bradshaw.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. You know,
Well,
let's
then right after
NWO
that, and then sucking down the beers after that.
Yeah.
Although he's
It's
not
been
allowed to.
Right, because he'll get sick. Right.
You're right. He'll get sick.
It's been
Got that
25
1,000.
years of the NWO, and I got to say something. I love the NWO, but how come they never talk about or bring back or play the Wolfpack music? Are you
Yeah,
kidding
Hey, I was
me?
thinking
so
of that,
good.
too.
Are you kidding me? Like that's the
Nope.
best. Like just play it sometime on night on Raw and talk about the
The
NWO.
Wolfpack
and
at
bring
one point was cooler. They like took over. the
way
NWO.
cooler, way cooler,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, that freshened the
And-
NWO up.
Yeah, that music was insanely good, and they just
They do sell. They sell Wolfpack stuff like
Yeah.
on WWE Shop, but yeah, they never. They never do like a Wolfpack reunion. I guess they probably don't have the rights to the music or something.
They played it
That
on.
music is
They had
awesome.
a
We play,
they had a top 10 thing the other day on like YouTube, and it was like young guys from today's generation dressing up doing a photo shoot, and they had Woods and Kofi. They had Wolfpack, and they played the music in the background. So I mean, they must have the
Oh,
rights
cool.
still.
Yeah, they own
So,
it then.
But
Yeah.
that's the only thing that I've seen them play the Wolfpack on. Taker, here we go, undoing the turnbuckle pad, classic Flair move.
It's exposed.
Flair doesn't
Someone's
notice.
gonna bleed.
Usually, whoever sets it up is the one that goes into it.
Eats it, yeah,
Always, yep.
If you set up the table, you're going through it.
that's right.
If you loosen
Yeah,
up
you
the
set
pad,
your
you
own
get hit.
safety.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Ooh,
And there it is.
Takes a
That's
back
it.
shot.
Oh, double down.
Ooh,
Nice.
guys,
Double
yeah.
Nice double
clothesline.
clothesline.
Now this
Yep.
is the spot where Ric Flair doesn't know what to do.
Yeah, he should
Like-
be on the other side of the hard cam. Yep, there you go.
There you go. Yep. And I think for
Maybe.
sure he's like, "Do I count?" Oh,
You count.
Yeah,
This is
come
the
on.
Like,
Where
just
you
start
go.
counting.
It's like he's confused. Is the Undertaker really down?
Yeah.
He's like, oh, he's-
how many? He's had 30,000 matches at this point in his life,
Yeah.
easily.
He's just standing
Yeah.
there like
He's
a
like-
goof.
Like, I broke all the rules. I don't know the rules.
That's true.
Yeah, he
That's true.
doesn't know.
I just did whatever I want. I didn't know it was a rule.
Yeah.
That's funny.
All right, slugging away.
There we go, getting some hope.
It's classic Austin stuff.
Oh,
As
I mean,
Travis
where's the
called them on
5
your
count?
episode, the what stomps.
That's
so
right.
what stops?
What?
Yeah, the crowd's fully at it right now. With the what? Double
The what
fingers.
stops and the slop shooter are now part of my wrestling
The slop
vocabulary.
shooter.
All Travis coin terms.
Slop
shooter.
I don't even remember that.
You don't remember the slop shooter? We use it
You
all
don't?
the time now. The
Oh,
Rock,
that stuck with me.
The Rock, when The Rock does the sharpshooter, you called it the slop shooter.
Yeah.
That's
so
pretty
bad.
good. That's pretty good.
is
It
good.
needs like a
Red-
T-shirt.
Yeah.
The
No.
Rock.
And yeah.
Oh, stunner.
Oh, beautiful
Flair.
stunner.
Flair's down.
We pointed out on our episode of this that Ric Flair just had a match with The Undertaker at WrestleMania. Went, 20 minutes, but now he gets a bump as a referee. And there's just something
One
about
shot.
that shirt, man. It just one shot. It's like
Yeah.
he's got kryptonite, man.
Yeah, you
put
lose
that
all your
shirt on.
power.
Yeah. You lose all of your faculties when you put that shirt on.
You must have borrowed Earl's.
Yeah.
Ooh, big
Oh.
low blow from the dead man.
That woozy didn't see it happen.
Yeah.
Oof. But Flair is getting up quicker than most referees would.
Yeah, he's not pulling a Hebner.
That's true.
Did you
Goozle.
just say ooh-ah? Boom.
I said. Oh, I just saw Taz in the crowd.
Oh, well, could have been. He wasn't doing anything else.
Oh.
Yeah.
Was that
That
one of you
terrible
guys that said
counts.
ooh-ah, or was that Taker? I've never heard him say that.
What?
Yeah, when he got him out of the
Ooh-ah.
throat. It sounded like it.
Oh, I don't know.
There's Taz right there.
For real.
In the middle?
Did you see him?
Clapping his hands?
The Tasmaniac.
Best seat in the house, brother.
You watch Flair count. He is so scared to do
Screw
like a yeah. He's like 1, 2.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to even come close to accidentally
No.
hitting 3.
That could be
Taz
part
is
of
right
it.
next to Flair, right there on the screen.
Oh, the
You
big
guys see
boy.
There he
him?
is.
I didn't see him.
Oh, yeah, okay, I see him.
That's
Even
what
has,
I'm
yeah,
saying.
he actually has like the Taz shirt on
No.
Guy's in his Taz cosplay.
with his sleeves
Taz
cut and
goes,
everything.
becomes a gym teacher.
I love Taz.
Me too.
Got his swishy pants on
Oh.
every day.
Great spine buster.
Oh, nice.
Nice
Spine
spine buster.
buster.
Yep.
Very nice. Flair
he just
Oh.
he stopped midway and just cut
He
his
did.
hand to the side.
did the Matt Hardy delete.
Don't let Rick know that. He's going to claim it now.
You know, style suit.
Matt Hardy.
No, Flair was just doing a knife edge chop in the air.
Woo! There's a fly.
Just habit.
Oh, another ref.
Oh, kick to the.
Oh, come
Flair's down
on.
again.
Yet
That was a
again.
good one, though.
Yeah.
Like, hit with
Austin's
the
arm
forearm to the head.
right into his
Oh,
face.
that was good.
I'm surprised Flair didn't blade right there. He probably wanted to. It's just
Yeah.
Probably
gigged
did.
himself.
Oh, what a chair shot. Now
went to
Austin's
his
down,
boot
but
for it.
Flair's down also.
I love this cover from Taker with the folding the arm in.
Yeah,
Yep.
Two.
grabs the arm.
Oh. Kick
Kick
out.
out.
Golly.
There's no way, buddy.
Look, crowd's on their feet, except for the front row for some reason. I guess they got good seats, so they can see.
Yeah.
Everybody else is on their feet, though.
Yeah, everyone.
You know, it's
They're still looking over to Hall and X-Pac. What are you guys
they're
doing?
still out there.
All the notes over there, man.
Why?
Yeah.
Why are they there?
All the notes.
Someone's supposed to call them back. What's weird is the camera, like the main cam,
Yeah.
hasn't cut to them since.
No.
No,
So they're not even like letting the viewer know they're there.
What
They're
is
just
the
like catching
point?
them
There
in
he is.
passing.
right. They're not
Oh.
supposed to be there anymore, but they don't want anybody to come out and tell them.
They're probably
I mean,
telling
he
that
just-
camera guy like just move to the left.
Ric Flair just went to count and gave Taker a high five.
He was on top of him.
Wow.
Oh man!
Flair's horrible at this.
Oh,
Whoa!
This is
What
a
is
bad
this?
Austin with a
Going
Taker
for like
care
a
of
dragon
Crossroads.
sleeper.
Oh,
DDT.
the
one of
cake,
Taker's
that
moves.
was
Yeah.
Taker care of business.
Now he's
Interesting.
eating some elbows.
Oh, it's time to go home, guys. Do something. This is
Oh.
getting sloppy.
Yeah.
Take
this
a miss
match
with
is
that chair
not
shot.
great.
Austin, the what punches and stops again.
What? That guy in the crowd loves it.
Oh yeah, he's going nuts. Hey, it's a good crowd.
Look at this roster though. I mean, these three legends right there. You got Hall, you got Nash there, you got foot on the rope immediately.
There it is.
Yep.
Controversial finish.
They did it well though.
Taker just kind of like sweeps it in though.
Yeah, that was.
I will say that. Yeah, the angle that they're doing here with the camera framing and Flair being out of place, they do pull that off really well.
Yep. Right, they got both shots too. Yep. Because when they show the other shot later, it's clear that Flair couldn't see.
Yeah.
Yep.
Very well done.
I'm sure they practiced that. I'm sure they laid it out to know exactly where everybody's supposed to be, and so kudos to that. But the 30 minutes beforehand was a little bit longer than it needed to be.
Flair's out of here.
Walk by Hall and X-Pac.
I guess.
Still standing there.
I don't know.
I think they're gone too.
Well, Taker's going to go on to the match.
Match is over.
I want to know why they were standing there the whole time.
No clue.
No.
Plans changed.
Yeah. Vince rewrote the show during the show.
I bet something was supposed to happen. Look at Austin looking.
He's pissed.
He's looking around like something went wrong. We need an answer on this match.
Undertaker's still hanging out.
They're probably like, what the hell were Hall and X-Pac doing? Taker's talking trash to Austin now.
Oh,
I'm going to get
discount
that belt.
Double check.
Discount
double check.
Gave him the...
Oh, there we go. Keep going at it.
Austin's going to send the fans home happy. Oh, with the stunner.
Yeah, time.
Number one. Austin could leave.
So how do you guys rate that one?
Just so confusing and
well, it was
so
more
long.
entertaining watching it this time with you guys.
Of course, always.
Is that
and
that helped the match tremendously.
Yep.
Confronting Flair.
Yeah, here's the moment where Coach shows the replay to Flair.
Yep. Flair has a choice word.
He does. Unbleeped, I believe.
Look at that TV, man. That thing is gigantic.
Panasonic.
It's turn it to channel 3 for it to work.
I just watched. I was watching a little bit of Grown Ups. It was on FX or something yesterday, and like Adam Sandler's kids like find one of those TVs in the cabin, and they're like,
TV?
"What's that thing on the back of the TV? The giant."
That's the rest of the
TV. Oh man, those suckers are heavy.
That's true. Oh my god, nothing heavier in the world.
Kids these days will never understand.
It's just so awkward to carry too. You like your arms around it. You need somebody.
The worst.
Or you need someone to help you, but there's barely any room for the two of you to hold it.
No,
might as well been a washing machine.
Yeah, and if you lean the glass area toward like away from your body, you're gonna fall and drop it. Like the screen, if you like lean that, like that's the heavy side. So yeah, it's ridiculous. Anyway, I rate that match as what are we out of 5? I mean, I'd say 1.5 or 2. Man, that was not good.
Yeah, I would say like 2 skulls, as you guys do on your show. I think that's what I would give it. It's I like the finish, and I just enjoy seeing those guys interact. But man, it's just too long and too sloppy for what they're trying to get to.
Yeah, I think I gave it 2.5 when I did it last week. Yeah, 2.5. I think it would have been better 10 minutes shorter.
Oh, no doubt, man.
Yeah. And then, the whole thing with Paul and X-Pac, that seemed like something was missing. Something that didn't go down.
Completely bizarre.
And then Ric Flair as the referee kind of downgrades the match, even though that's the main part of the story.
Yeah, it's weird.
But to get there is just so exhausting.
Goodness. Well, let's reminisce on the good times one more time before we wrap this up. I'll give you some fun facts and numbers for this rivalry before we close things out here, since that's the last ride between these two. 16 televised singles matches between Stone Cold and The Undertaker, pay-per-view, Raw and SmackDown and all that. There's one no contest. And any guesses on who has the most wins out of the two?
Gotta go with
it's
Austin.
Very close.
I'd go Austin sneaks it out.
Yeah, I gotta go with Austin.
You're correct.
Yeah,
Stone Cold won 8, Undertaker won 7.
Wow.
There's one no contest between them.
Damn.
So it's closer than you think.
8, 7, and 1.
That's right. Like I said earlier, Undertaker and Austin faced off 15 times. If you count in singles and multi-man matches, the most for either guy. Of course, they had their one tag team title reign together. 15 days as tag champs in 1998. Had the most watched cable match of all time back in 1999. And this is interesting. The Undertaker cost Stone Cold Steve Austin 3 of his WWF championships. So he's the reason why he lost to Kane in that first blood match.
Yep.
I defeated him at Breakdown 98 in that triple threat match with Kane, and defeated him at Over the Edge 99. So Undertaker cost Stone Cold the title 3 times out of his reigns. So just another interesting way that they're intertwined. Undertaker got the last laugh on those, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Interesting.
Cost Austin the thing he pursues the most.
The thing he wanted the most. That's right. Favorite match or moment in this whole rivalry? What's just the first thing that comes to everybody's head?
SummerSlam 98 for me. Just the whole build
Same
to
here.
it. More so the build than the match.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say the same thing. Match is not. When we revisited it, it was not that great. It's fun to think about, but yeah, the build up was a lot of fun. Especially when they actually had the rights to the song. You don't get it on the Peacock, but you got it back then. So.
Oh, they don't have it on the Peacock. That's right.
No.
Yeah, it's really weird. Yeah, I think that's again like the hottest time in the Attitude Era. It's just iconic, that whole summer going against each other, whether or not the matches were 5 stars or not. Just the whole entertainment value of it all was off the charts, and so I think that's when you look back at their legacy. That's what you're always going to remember, and that's the greatest part of it. So 2 guys with an iconic rivalry and history against each other, and 2 podcasts iconic in our mashups and crossovers with each other. It has been a pleasure having you guys on our show. We thought we were done, and now we got you guys back. Who knows? Maybe we'll do it again. You never say never these days.
Right, there's still so much more to cover.
Yeah.
In terms of matches, although we've done many of the matches, Austin Undertaker related, I don't think we missed many.
We haven't.
Maybe
No, we did a lot of watch-alongs between our show and your show, but I'm sure we can come up with something else.
Right, and I'm sure down the road there'll be other topics for us to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
On another type of show. Because the Bottom Line Wrestling Cast is not going to be around for much longer. I'm figuring.
Well, tell us about it. Tell us what's going on. You guys, obviously, you just covered this Backlash match, and so what's coming up next for your podcast?
Yes, like I said, we're just covering Insurrection, and then Austin's going to walk out soon after that, and then we're going to jump ahead to 2003, and then he's going to have his last match with The Rock. But then from there, we'll go on to cover his time as the co-GM and the sheriff. Yep.
The sheriff.
Sheriff on his four-wheeler. And, a lot of that stuff's going to be great anyway because it's mostly promos and segments. And that's where he shines anyway. So it doesn't hurt that he's not in the matches. He's still getting to interact with a lot of new talents, too, that we're not used to seeing. So all that'll be good. And then that'll kind of wrap up by the time it gets to 2004. And then right from that point, he only sporadically shows up. So those will probably just be a couple episodes where we kind of wrap everything up. So I'm thinking that we're going to get... I know for sure by the end of the summer, we're going to be at the point where it's Rock versus Austin, his last match. and then it'll be a kind of new type of podcast from that point on, with just covering Austin as the GM and the sheriff. So I think by the new year, it might be over, might be close to over. But like you've said numerous times, you thought it would be over, and then it wasn't. So.
We were saying while your internet was breaking up, you got plenty of Steve Austin movies and TV shows and
that's true.
Nash Bridges episodes and things like that. You can cover.
Yeah, so we might filter those things in between to kind of drag it out a little bit.
Oh, you got to do a commentary for The Condemned. You got to do a audio commentary.
I bet those would be hilarious.
Episodes of Nash Bridges.
I'd love to watch that. Yeah,
that would be comedic gold.
42 minutes. Yeah, so there's still more to come from the Bottom Line Wrestling Cast.
The first episode of Broken Skull Sessions was Taker, right? And the only two-time guest, right?
Two awesome interviews on the WWE Network. If you've never seen those, which I can't imagine if you're listening to this, you haven't watched those, but they're worth watching multiple times if you want to watch those and listen to those. Just a masterclass on pro wrestling. Such great stuff. And Mike and JV, they are a masterclass in podcasting, going through Stone Cold's career. How many times we got to say it? We encourage all you guys to go listen to their show. You can start at the beginning, go through all of Stone Cold's career, hear all these matches with The Undertaker that we talked about, hear a different perspective on them. And of course, as they close out Stone Cold's career, you can relive how it all comes to an end and all the fun stuff that comes after the end. As Mike said, Austin was a lot better in that GM role than Flair ever was. Way more entertaining, more comfortable doing that. So excited to hear what you guys do with that.
Practice back in 98, 99, so...
Who was?
I said Austin had some practice in that GM role back in.
He did have some practice. He done a little bit.
99, I guess it was.
Yep.
And then, what's up with the Extreme Watch Along Cast, ECW Live Cast?
Yes.
I know you've had some issues with the network, but what's up?
So we also do the Extreme ECW Live Cast, and we do that through Booking the Territory's $5 Patreon tier. So it's an exclusive one over there, where JV and I have been for the past couple of years going through ECW Hardcore TV right from the start, which was April of 93. We are currently into February of 1995. So we still have that going. That's going strong. It's bi-weekly. Every 2 weeks we do 2 episodes. Sometimes there's a supercard special where we'll do instead of the regular episodes. So that kind of helps drag out the time. So that'll be going on for a few more years. It's only 95. And
you're getting into the good stuff.
Yeah,
it's
the best year, I think, 1995, 95, 96. And we'll go to the end of 2000. So definitely got like 5 more years left of that. And
a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's fun. It's just like we're doing here. We just sit back and we watch it. Watch it together, and just whatever comes off the top of our heads. That's kind of what it is. And we have free episodes available on the Bottom Line Wrestling Cast feed if you wanted to check out any of those. Okay? Basically, every 5 episodes, I'll put one out there for free for people to take a listen to. As we're getting closer to the better stuff. Some of the people might see 93 and be like, I'm not listening to that. But the latest one that I put out there for free was in late 94. So it's already getting good by then.
Cool.
So again, that's the Extreme ECW Live Cast, and you follow us on Twitter at ExtremeCast. And again, it's Booking the Territory's Patreon tier, and they're also a great podcast too, Booking the Territory. So check them out. So yeah, you brought up the network. The network hasn't really been a problem for us with ECW because we were able to get the original episodes from somebody,
right?
And that's even better because now we get the original music.
Yeah.
Yep. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, so that's great. So we continued on with that, and everything's on the network now. Everything's back on Peacock for ECW for the most part, but we don't want to go back to it. So we're going to continue to try to use this source until he tells me.
Absolutely.
Right, until he's like, no, they're on the network. I'm not going to keep sending you these every month. He's been great, and you may have heard of him too. Is Richard Land. He runs the history of the WWE website.
Oh yeah, we use that site all the time
for
our research.
Yeah, awesome.
Well, good deal. And of course, I can subscribe to y'all wherever you get your podcasts. Follow you guys on Twitter. You got a Facebook group as well. You got your T-shirts on Teespring.
Yep.
Is that right?
Yep.
Fanny packs.
Yep.
All that good stuff. I wear my shirt. I wear my shirt probably once a week, man. I wear it all the time. I love it.
Me
Great
too.
shirt.
I wear your guys' shirt all
Great
the time
design.
too. Talking Taker. I just couldn't find it today. I'm like, I gotta wear it, but I don't know where it went.
No, I like the
It's in
Stunning
laundry.
Steve.
Yeah, this is.
Steve's
I don't really get to
choice.
wear this one often. You guys on video, you can see me, and it's Stone Cold with no shirt on, with hair. Stunning Steve Austin WCW version. And I bought the shirt because I was like, oh, cool, Stunning Steve Austin shirt. And then I realized I'm not gonna walk around with a guy with no shirt on.
little weird. Yep.
I'd wear that.
It's like, yeah,
I'll wear that grocery shopping.
That's what wrestling shirts were in the 90s.
It was
now.
just faces.
Like Shawn Michaels' sexy pose.
Yeah.
Like, I had that when I was in 4th grade, and I thought it was so cool. But hairy-chested guy like doing a
teacher's like,
playgirl pose.
Boy.
It's funny.
Sure.
My wife bought me a shirt. I think it was from either Target or Walmart, but it was Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Shawn Michaels, WrestleMania 14. But it doesn't even match up with the time. It's like Shawn Michaels from 1992. Stone Cold, fine, he doesn't really change much. But it's the 1992 version of Michaels with Austin, and it's just a trash shirt.
I've seen that. They have a few of them.
Yeah,
like they have one.
and they're all messed up.
They're all messed up. I don't know.
Every single one of them.
Weird.
Right. They're all
It can't be that
inaccuracies. They're all messed up. So anyway,
amazing.
She bought me that one too, and I'm like, I can't wear that one either. Not only because it's wrong, and I'd feel stupid wearing it, and I pride myself on my knowledge of history, and I'm going to be wearing this messed up shirt. But it's also that same Shawn Michaels kind of pose that you're just talking about that you had on your shirt.
Two shirtless guys on your shirt then? At that point?
Yeah.
So this is a shirt that I'll wear to bed, basically.
Good.
Yeah.
That's fine. Wear it around the house.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah.
Put the grass in it.
Yeah, there you go. We got shirts too over at tpublic.com. You can pick up a Taker Easy shirt, Taker Care of Business, Biker Taker Guy, Biker Taker Girl shirts, all that good stuff. You follow us on social media at Talking Taker. Be sure to subscribe to us wherever you get your podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcast. And like we said last time, we are going to be doing these once a month, maybe around the first of the month. Where we may put them out on different dates, maybe time it to an anniversary of certain things.
Yeah,
but
just
keep subscried. We'll give you a heads up when a new one's coming out. But the goal is to do one every month. Just a different topic. We've done watch-alongs the past 2 months. We're not going to do a watch-along every time. We got some other ideas as well. So we are going to try to change it up. So maybe next month we'll do something totally different. We have some ideas on the drawing board, but just be sure to subscribe to us. And Travis, you got some new music coming out. Should be out by the time this episode drops. Where can people find that?
Oh, Apple Music, Spotify, all those things. I'm just Travis White. It'll be called Windrush Sessions. You can just Google that. And I'm playing another show up here in Bristol, and actually going to play at a big festival up here too. Not really.
That's right.
Not really. Awesome. Yeah. Well, there'll be some big names there. I'm just kind of a low guy on totem pole, but it was an honor to be asked to play, so it's fun, man. I do it for fun. So it's all good.
So you must do it for fun, so it doesn't. You're out there performing. That's awesome.
There's nothing like it, man. It's you get that feeling when like the wrestlers talk about if you could bottle that energy and you sell it, you'd never, you'd be a millionaire. That's how I feel when I get up and play and get the crowd to interact. It's fun stuff, man. So anyway,
Yep. If you're in Tennessee at the end of the month,
or Virginia,
or is it? Or Virginia, yeah, it's on the border.
Yeah, on the border.
Go check him out. Of course, anywhere you can find the music streaming. He's too humble to put himself over, but it's really good stuff and really well produced, really well made. If you enjoy Travis singing the Taker Easy theme song at the beginning of the show, you will dig this stuff as well.
That was fun.
Yeah. And he performed it live at his last concert. So who knows if it'll pop out again. Probably not. But anyway, that's all I got. Mike JV.
That's all I got to say about that.
It's always a pleasure to have you guys on. We appreciate everything you've done for us and always plugging us. Even still to this day, you still plug us. So we do appreciate that. It means a lot. Cheers to you guys.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. Hopefully, this is the last time that they have a match with each other. So hopefully it's not our last time though.
That's right.
Like you said, we'll find out another way to do another podcast at some point. So always looking forward to it. Thank you guys for having us as always.
Always a pleasure.
That's right.
Travis, send us home.
That's right, man. You guys have a blast. You check them out on the Bottom Line Wrestling Cast, and they got a little bit more to go. So 2 iconic careers here winding down. Taker and Austin. So 2 men on the Mount Rushmore of wrestling. No matter who you are, if you're an idiot if you don't put those 2 guys on there, I'm sorry. Yeah. I'll just call it like I see it. So
turn in your stand card.
Yeah, exactly. I'll pull your punt card if you don't put those 2 guys on there. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, stay safe out there. Have a great rest of your summer, and as always, take her easy.
Let me get this straight. You're about to hand this man, the Undertaker, a championship match after Backlash. That's what you're doing. That man right there. A championship match after Backlash. Why? Because he deserves it? Because he's got that stupid bandana? Those stupid tattoos? Those stupid gloves? Those stupid pants? Those damn boots? Does he scare you? Does he make you shake? Are you intimidated? Is he special? Are you scared? Is it because he's got Dead Man on his shirt? What does that mean? That you're dead? You don't breathe? You got no pulse? You're not alive? You bought the farm? You picked the big one? You kicked the bucket? You think you're special? You deserve a championship match? Why? I want to know why. Because you ride that stupid bike? I'll get on that sumbitch, kick started, and ride that sumbitch as long as I want to.